Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Brooklyn Hine. Representative Derek Van Orden hosted a No Tax on Tips event earlier this evening. Van Orden highlighted the savings and tax cuts that Republicans and President Trump secured for Americans. The event was held at Beatles Bar and Grill, showing the impact of his tax cut for those who make tips in the food industry.
So the servers here, they get up, they work very, very hard. And I want them to be able to keep as much money that they earn as possible. And that's what this bill is doing. We're talking about $25,000 a year worth of a tax break for their tips. And that's the right thing to do.
Van Orden added that he wants tip money to be saved so they are able to participate in the American Dream. The event ran from 4:15 to 5 p.m. today in Galesville. 600 flags have been put up in honor of first responders. Many of the flags are sponsored in honor of military veterans, but some flags are in honor of local heroes. The flags will be taken down tomorrow at 3 p.m. during a special ceremony, including the singing of the national anthem, a brief speech, and the playing of taps.
Flags of Honor is a display we've been doing down here for about 5 years. It's a fundraiser that the Legion has been doing a lot of remodeling, so it's been helping with the building remodeling, but it's also a way to honor all of our community heroes.
If you would like to sponsor a flag in the future, forms become available Memorial Day weekend every year, and flags are displayed the weekend after Labor Day. Holman hosted their Touch a Truck event this morning. The event gives kids exposures to emergency vehicles and other large vehicles that they might see in the community. The free event allowed community members of all ages to climb, enter, and explore these vehicles. But today wasn't just for fun about the kids.
Well, we've been telling Oliver that a lot of the people here are heroes. We need these people in our lives. We wouldn't be able to go about our daily routine without a lot of these people that are here.
The event ran from 10 a.m. this morning until noon at Viking Elementary. A beloved La Crosse restaurant is closing its doors 2 weeks from today's. Piggy's Restaurant and Lounge last day of service will be September 20th. However, according to their Facebook post, something is simmering behind the scenes. Piggy says they can't wait to share what's next.
Some of us saw a few scattered showers out there as we went throughout the evening hours, but since then a lot of that activity has started to dwindle off, and tonight we're going to be left with almost entirely clear skies, although we could still see a few clouds passing through. How much clouds we see passing through those is really going to determine just how chilly we get tonight. If we stay clear, which it looks like we have a better chance at, but again, still some clouds filtering in behind, we might stay a little bit colder out there. High pressure is still circulating off closer into North Dakota. As that moves on further south of us, though, we're going to have some warmer temperatures filter in behind those winds, but it's not going to happen tomorrow. Still holding on to cold temperature as we go into the morning and into the afternoon. Most of the area in the low 40s and upper 30s for your lows, and we'll likely be staying in the 60s for another day for our highs. But after that, we actually have some summertime temperatures coming back towards the end of next week, so I'll have the details in a little bit.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Nicole. All were welcome today at today's Pride event in the park. Pride in the Park allows for anyone in the community to be free to express themselves. The event was an inclusive, family-friendly celebration of everyone in the community. Today's free event saw 88 vendors as well as food, entertainment, and programming.
It's just important to show our community that we are here, we stand behind you. Things get rough sometimes, but there are so many people that support you and just as you are, and we want you here and we want to build that community with them.
Pride in the Park included appearances from local authority figures, including Mayor Shondell Washington Spivey. Today, Oktoberfest grounds are home to a very exciting announcement. This year's special fester is Maddie. Maddie is excited to ride in parades and celebrates Oktoberfest this year. The Your Heart of the Fest celebration is held from 4 to 8 p.m. today with games, foods, drinks, and entertainment open to the public. Early Oktoberfest celebrations continue with a taste of German culture in Onalaska today as Maury's Auto Group hosted Oktoberfest in partnership with Oktoberfest USA. The event took place at Maury's Audi and Volkswagen dealership, featuring live polka music, snacks, giveaways, and more.
Oktoberfest is our third annual event here at the dealership, celebrating German heritage. We got the Oktoberfest Royal Family here, just in celebration of the heritage of German in the spirit of Oktoberfest.
The free event ran from 2 to 4 p.m. and was open to the public. Did you buy your Powerball tickets? The Powerball jackpot has soared to a staggering $1.8 billion. The jackpot now ranks as the second largest jackpot in U.S. history, only behind the world record of $2.04 billion, won in California in 2022. If a player wins tonight, they could take home a lump sum payment of $826.4 million. The most recent deployment of the National Guard to deter crime has been in Chicago. CBS News' Jermont Terry has the latest.
Good evening. There's a consensus from Chicago officials that the federal crackdown on immigration is imminent. Today kicks off a week-long celebration of Mexican independence. Many community events have been canceled, but one parade went forward as planned. Thousands lined the parade route despite new fears of deportation. Olga Cook is a U.S. citizen originally from Mexico.
It is a concern every day going out the house and being with my family or my friends.
Scattered in the crowds, volunteers on the lookout for federal agents, each armed with an orange whistle to send a warning if immigration officials showed up. It was a real possibility following President Trump's ominous social media post.
For the president to come out with these threatening words is disgusting.
President Trump has recently zeroed in on Chicago, criticizing crime levels despite state and federal data showing crime in the Windy City is declining. Chicago police recorded the fewest homicides this summer since 1965. Trump has threatened to send the National Guard to Chicago as he did in Washington, D.C. His Guard deployment to California in June was recently ruled illegal by a federal judge. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker expects the Trump administration will use a different playbook in his state.
And part of their kind of nefarious plan is begin with ICE, cause mayhem on the ground, and by doing that, say that there's a need for military troops on the ground to protect ICE.
CBS News has learned the Trump administration is pushing forward with a plan to turn Naval Station Great Lakes, about 50 miles north of Chicago, into an immigration operation staging area. According to an internal government memo obtained by CBS News, the Department of Homeland Security requested roughly 250 agents and 140 vehicles on the base. That internal memo says that federal officials could use that naval base for 30 days. That means the federal crackdown here in Chicago could last for several weeks.
Protests for refugee rights are sweeping through the Windy City. Protesters can be seen at the naval station where troops will be deployed, as well as throughout the downtown area. Chicago and Baltimore were the latest talks by President Trump for a federal takeover to reduce crime. Protests in the Capitol continue. Protesters took to the streets of D.C. today to voice their opposition to the National Guard deployment. The protest follows President Trump's deployment of federal troops to reduce crime in those major cities. In other White House news, the Wall Street Journal revealed new details on the White House's plan for a UFC fight on White House grounds in the coming year. The fight will reportedly include a mixed martial arts throwdown that will include lasers and fireworks. The Wall Street Journal also said the UFC's octagon cage will be flanked by the White House and Washington Monument during the fights. Still to come, studies show you may want to adjust what time you eat your meals. We'll have medical updates when we come back.
La Crosse seniors helped build Oktoberfest. Now there's one made just for you. Benedictine Living. La Crosse has curated a special Oktoberfest open house with you in mind, plus a rare sneak peek at featured assisted living apartments. Scan the QR code now or visit blclacrosse.org to RSVP.
We see you out there making the most of every moment.
Happy birthday, buddy.
One big, bright idea at a time. At Blaine's, we're glad to be part of it by offering best-in-class products and solutions at unbeatable farm and fleet prices. Like all pairs of Skechers, buy one, get one half price. Half off this DeWalt 60-volt chainsaw. And rewards members can buy 3 tires, get one free, plus an extra $20 instant savings on select brands. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
It's good to know your Touchstone Energy Cooperative is always there. For generations, we've powered the growth of our community. Today, our commitment is stronger than ever to provide affordable energy you can depend on and keep you connected to what matters most, now and for generations to come. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
La Crosse seniors helped build Oktoberfest. Now there's one made just for you. Benedictine Living. La Crosse has curated a special Oktoberfest open house with you in mind, plus a rare sneak peek at featured assisted living apartments. Scan the QR code now or visit blclacrosse.org to RSVP.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
The time of day you eat could impact your lifespan in a cheap, effective way to lower your blood pressure. Michael George has the day's top health stories.
Deaths from high blood pressure-related kidney disease are skyrocketing in the U.S. Research being presented at an American Heart Association meeting finds in the last 25 years, hypertension-related kidney disease deaths rose nearly 50%. Researchers say the findings show high blood pressure causes more harm than just raising the risk of heart attacks and strokes, and that more screening and treatment is needed. And many people with high blood pressure aren't trying an effective method to lower their sodium intake. A UT Southwestern Medical Center study found less than 6% of people are using salt substitutes, which doctors say are a cheap and effective way to manage blood pressure. Researchers say awareness of the products is part of the problem. They also say the largest amounts of sodium we consume comes from processed and packaged foods and meals at restaurants. And when we eat meals could help us live longer. A study out of Turkey showed as people get older, they tend to eat breakfast later, and a later breakfast time was associated with depression, fatigue, and even higher rates of death. The impact was especially significant for older people. Researchers say this adds new meaning to the saying, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Those are some of the day's top health stories. Michael George, CBS News.
The labor market is continuing to lose steam, adding fewer jobs than expected last month. New data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics show the economy added just 22,000 jobs in August. Unemployment rose to 4.3%. The data indicates continued uncertainty over President Trump's economic policies. Kraft Heinz is splitting into two companies after a decade together as one of the largest food manufacturing conglomerates. The breakup is partly due to consumer preferences shifting away from highly processed foods in favor of healthier options. Experts do not expect an impact on the prices for popular brands. The split could take a year to complete. And on October 1st, Amazon Prime is ending a program that lets members share free shipping perks with people outside of their household. Amazon is now encouraging users who don't live with the account holder to get their own subscription, offering a one-year membership for $14.99 the first year. The company is rolling out a family program to allow account sharing within the same household. You may want to check your refrigerator and freezer. A salmonella outbreak has been linked to some home delivery meals. The selected meals were made by Metabolic Meals and were delivered during the week of July 28th. According to the CDC, 16 people across 10 states have fallen ill, including 7 who had to be hospitalized. Customers should throw out the affected meals. Still to come, Hawaii residents are preparing for frightening weather as a hurricane makes its way to the islands.
And back here in the Midwest, some of us are under freeze warnings going in tonight. Not back here at home, but it is still going to get pretty cold tonight. I'll have the details on how cold we're expecting it to get coming up right after the break.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. It wouldn't be Friday without fish. Get yours with chips for $15.99 or with shrimp for $19.99. And end your week with $4 rail mixers. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
I'm standing here at the warehouse this morning where some 30 to 40 installers depart every morning. You've been thinking about new windows. I've been thinking about new windows for over 40 years. And my promise to you is that these fine installers that leave here every morning install the finest windows available in the market today, expert installation, always at a good value. If you're looking for new replacement windows, today would be a great day to reach out to the board store and set up a prompt free estimate.
Save big at Hy-Vee, Friday through Sunday. Our special recipe brats, 8 for $10. Table Makers chicken wings, $1.99 a pound. Avocados, just 67 cents. Pork chops, just 99 cents. Hy-Vee potato chips, $1.48. Plus, get great deals on Frito-Lay products, Ritz crackers, Coke or Dasani 6-packs, and more. Save in-store and online, Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
G&T. Get a heat pump for your home or office space.
At Johnson Tractor, we know farming isn't just a job, it's a way of life. That's why we're proud to be your trusted New Holland dealer, delivering top-of-the-line equipment and unmatched support. From the field to the barn, our team is here to keep you running strong with reliable service and expertise you can count on. Johnson Tractor, your New Holland dealer of choice. Visit us today and experience the difference.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. It wouldn't be Friday without fish. Get yours with chips for $15.99 or with shrimp for $19.99. And end your week with $4 rail mixers. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Just after the East Coast dealt with Hurricane Erin, Hawaii is getting ready for a hurricane of their own. Although Hurricane Kiko is not likely to hit the islands until next week, some residents have decided they aren't going to take any chances and have started preparing for the worst. Officials are urging residents to secure all items and make sure to prepare ahead of time to minimize issues and maximize safety. Well, let's send it over to Nicole to see what our weather will look like right here.
Well, we do have some warmer temperatures in the way. Definitely not going to feel tropical by any means, and really not going to feel warm quite yet. We still have one more cool day ahead of us and another cool night ahead of us. Frost and freeze warnings are out across the upper Midwest. However, we are not included in them. Some areas in the Arrowhead of Minnesota seeing a freeze warning going into tonight and lasting into the morning hours, and a couple frost advisories throughout the area as well. Back here at home, we're not seeing any of that. It is still going to be quite chilly though. Even if we're not looking at temperatures that cold, definitely another cool one out there. Most of the area in the low 40s when you're waking up in the morning, 43 in La Crosse, although we're still seeing those chilly spots in west central Wisconsin and near and north of I-94, likely falling back into the mid and upper 30s. So definitely chilly, but not quite freezing yet, still holding off on that benchmark. As we go into tomorrow's highs then, pretty similar to where we're at today, if not just a couple degrees warmer. Most of us were actually quite cool today, staying in the low 60s. Most of us will at least be returning to the mid 60s as we go into tomorrow. 67 for your Sunday high in La Crosse, 64 in Eau Claire. We're going to have less of a breeze too, so actually it's not going to be too bad outside without that wind blowing in your face. It's not super chilly. It's actually quite comfortable out there. The wind's still though blowing out of the northwest as we go throughout the afternoon, around 5 to 10 miles an hour, so a light breeze. But we do have those winds turning around as that high pressure that's currently situated off to our northwest continues to move further south. That's going to switch those winds around. Will eventually be blowing out of the south as we go into Monday. It's going to be blowing fairly strong though, so it's going to be another windy day as we start the week off. Winds likely blowing around 15 to 20 miles an hour. That should put our wind gusts closer to around 30 miles an hour. But again, they will be blowing out of the south, so we should feel warmer temperatures as we go into Monday afternoon. Not quite yet in the morning hours, still dealing with somewhat cool temperatures, but still feeling a tad warmer. 47 when you're waking up Monday morning in La Crosse, 42 in Eau Claire, seeing a couple more locations return and then to the 40s for the morning. But by the afternoon, we're definitely going to feel a little bit milder out there. Still below normal, but not staying in the 60s, at least widespread 60s across the area. 73 for your Monday high to start the week off in La Crosse, 71 in Eau Claire. And then we have some shower chances coming in the overnight period for Monday, some of which could extend into Tuesday as well. It's going to keep us a tad bit cooler for Tuesday. Looking at Monday evening, first seeing some activity likely north of I-94. We'll continue to see that overnight activity. Then again, a lot of this is looking to stay north of I-94 for now, and a lot of it is likely just going to be shower activity, so definitely not a lot of rain associated with this system, but we could see some extension of those showers coming in as we go into Tuesday morning, maybe a couple more trickling south of I-94. Either way, we're likely to have some extended cloud coverage associated with this system as we go into Tuesday, so because of that, Monday and Tuesday will likely be on the cooler side, but after that, it's actually going to feel quite warm out there as we go towards the middle and the second half of the week. Most of the area returning at least to the mid 70s, if not the upper 70s out there, multiple days in the upper 70s in La Crosse. And then even looking ahead towards next weekend, some of us could have another shot at 80, which isn't by any means unusual in September. We usually still see a couple 80-degree days throughout the month. So it's another chance at summer, especially after this long stretch of fall. I'm sure some of us are happy about that, but it's likely not going to last forever.
For sure. I'm glad to hear we can hold on to summer just a little bit longer.
Just a goodbye period, yeah, just to say goodbye.
Yep, thank you, Nicole. Coming up next in sports, a busy day of college football. The Wisconsin Badgers were in action, plus the Winona State Warriors were making their home debut. Kate has the highlights after the break.
Okay, let's see. Headlines from News 8 Now? Check. Live updates all day? Check. Local breaking news? Yep. Weather every 10 minutes? Yes, please. Well, that was an easy choice. News 8 Plus. It puts the now in your day.
Support local businesses by shopping at A1 Vacuum Sales and Service in Jackson Plaza. Make cleaning a breeze with great service and high-quality vacuums. Discover the perfect vacuum for your unique lifestyle. Shop local. Shop Jackson Plaza.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Right now, U.S. Cellular makes it easy to switch and get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in.
No trade-in? But we're willing to trade in our teeth.
Nope, you don't have to trade your teeth in or an old phone.
I like that.
Yeah, your parents get an amazing deal.
I almost lost this one.
Yeah, you get to leave your tooth under your pillow.
For me, it's Tooth Fairy time.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
When you need a truck to get you from the job site to the campsite, drive your story with a new Ram from Pischke Motors.
Get your Ram now during the Drive into Fall sales event. Stop into Pischke Motors to save over 15% off MSRP on a 2025 Ram 1500. Plus, get 3.9% financing for 72 months. Ram trucks are built to serve power. So get in a Ram today. Hurry in because this offer ends September 30th. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
The Brewers are coming to the Coulee region. And there she goes! Yeah, you heard that right. All summer long, you can catch the Brewers right here and for free. No pay-per-view, no subscription, just good old reliable free TV the way the baseball gods intended. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the action as News 8 now brings you 10 games throughout the summer.
A grand slam for Christian.
The Brewers playing here? You're welcome. The Milwaukee Brewers on News 8 Now.
Support local businesses by shopping at A1 Vacuum Sales and Service in Jackson Plaza. Make cleaning a breeze with great service and high-quality vacuums. Discover the perfect vacuum for your unique lifestyle. Shop local. Shop Jackson Plaza.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
It's a big day of college football, and in Division II, the Winona State Warriors were making their home debut this afternoon as they were facing Bemidji State. The Warriors going for their first winning season since 2022. Let's go up the river to Winona, where former Aquinas Blue Gold Jackson Flottmeyer, once again the Warriors signal caller. Late in the first quarter, Jaden Washington rushes it into the end zone to make it 14-0. The Beavers would add a field goal in the second. Bemidji up 17, but the Warriors respond with under 30 to go in the half. Flottmeyer connects with Joe Sikkema to make it 17-7. Then in the third quarter, it's Anthony Powell on the 1-yard rushing touchdown to pull within 3 for Winona. Bemidji looking for a response, but Isaiah Tisdale is stripped of the football. Jacob Anderson is there for the recovery. Winona gets a huge turnover to the fourth quarter. Flottmeyer hands it off to Powell. He hits the hole, and he's going to take it 32 yards for the lead. Warriors jump in front 21-17. With 21 seconds left, Bemidji State in the red zone. Connor Carver is sacked and stripped of the ball. Connor Haggerty jumps on it for the recovery, and the Warriors are victorious in this one, 21-17. thanks to a huge comeback win.
That's a huge shout out to our defense, holding them to 17 points. You know, we gave them a few in the first half, but that's shout out to our coach Erickson, Coach Tooley, all those guys on the defense putting in that effort, and man, we just picked it up in the second half offensively.
It's so good to win, man. You know, we had a similar game with them last year, and to come back and win in a fashion like that, I mean, everybody loves it.
Over to Camp Randall, Wisconsin hosting Middle Tennessee. Slow start for the Badgers, down 3 in the second quarter, but Danny O'Neal gonna let it fly down the field, and there's Lance Mason making the grab. That would lead to an eventual Wisconsin touchdown. Then just before the half, on 1st and goal, Dylan Jones runs it in from a yard out. Badgers would lead 14-10 at the break, and in the second half, both sides of the ball would step up. Raiders on 4th and 1, but Christian Aguero stuffs the run. Badgers take over, and it wouldn't take long for them to score. Trech Kakahuna on the reverse. He's got daylight, and this guy is fast. 61 yards all the way in for the score. Wisconsin would cruise from there, getting the win 42-10.
After that, I think that last 8 minutes into the third quarter that the tide turned. We started creating some big plays, created some energy. And then I think we see, you know, the way that which we can play on both sides of the ball.
The Gophers in action against Northwestern State. First play of the game for the Demons, and this pass is picked off. John Nestor takes it the other way, and he is gone. Pick 6, and just like that, it's 7-0. Then on the Gophers' first offensive possession, A.J. Turner rushes it in from a yard out. It's 14-0, and this one got ugly quick. Already 21-0, and now Drake Lindsey takes it in himself for the rushing score. Minnesota rolls 66-0 the final. Minnesota had more points than Northwestern State had total yards. The Packers begin their season tomorrow afternoon in a big one as Green Bay set to host the Detroit Lions, a familiar foe that's won the last 3 games at Lambeau. The Lions have had the Packers' number recently, and a big reason for that is the slow starts the Packers have had. But quarterback Jordan Love hoping for a different result tomorrow afternoon.
You know, I think anytime you're going against a team who has, you know, a really good offense and also a good defense, it's paramount. You know, you got to start off with a hot start, put some points up, because, you know, if you get behind, you know, offense like that, you know, you got to be putting up points in a hurry to keep up with them. So definitely want to come out swinging, come out fast, and just execute. You know, it just comes down to executing simple plays, throwing and catching, and make plays when the ball comes your way, and staying out of, you know, putting ourselves in bad positions with penalties and things like that, being behind the sticks.
A big one tomorrow. Packers out to the Lions for a 3:25 kickoff, and you can watch that one right here on WKBT. Baseball action. Brewers in Pittsburgh up against the Pirates. Brandon Woodruff on the mound tonight, and he was lights out. 6 innings pitched, no runs, 8 strikeouts, and gave up just 2 hits. For the offense, Jake Bauers had the hot bat, 1 man on in the 4th, and Bauers sends a 2-run shot to right. Brewers up 2. Then in the 8th inning, Jackson Chourio at the plate, and he's going to take a trip around the bases. Another 2-run shot. Brewers win 4-1 the final. Milwaukee will go for the sweep tomorrow afternoon. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
We see you out there making the most of every moment.
Happy birthday, buddy.
One big, bright idea at a time. At Blaine's, we're glad to be part of it by offering best-in-class products and solutions at unbeatable farm and fleet prices. Like all pairs of Skechers, buy one, get one half price. 20% off all men's and women's Carhartt non-denim work pants. And Blaine's brand pecan halves or pieces, $8.99 a pound. Just $7.99 for rewards members. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
For over 40 years, Lacrosse Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CEHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry because you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
What if buying a car felt easy? At Maury's Auto Group, it does. With Maury's Best Price First, there's no haggling, no hassle, just upfront, honest pricing. And with Maury's team, you get guidance, not pressure. You always get more with Maury's. More help, more clarity, and more value. Get a $1,000 instant trade-in bonus during our 10 Days to Save event at Maury's Auto Group dealerships. Visit any Maury's dealership or go to maurysauto.com and get more with Maury's.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
At 100 years old, Pearl Atwood isn't just celebrating a milestone birthday, she's hitting the golf course. Pearl has the spirit and drive to hit 9 holes every week with her golfing league, proving that age is no barrier to living fully. Pearl's energy and determination remind us all that passion can keep us moving, no matter how many birthdays we have behind us. Nicole will have a final look at your weather when we come back.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
Get up to 60% off list prices on hundreds of items at the huge Labor Day sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Just $349 for an Ashley sofa. Get a power reclining sofa for just $699.
Up to 60% off at the huge Labor Day sale at Slumberland Furniture.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar. For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
At Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics, our goal is to help you and your pet in times of need. We specialize in the gold standard for cruciate ligament repair, the TPLO.
I was amazed to see Bear up and running again so soon. They really took good care of him.
Piper had TPLO surgery and is already running again weeks later.
Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics for an orthopedic consultation today.
Save big at Hy-Vee, Friday through Sunday. Our special recipe brats, 8 for $10. Table Makers chicken wings, $1.99 a pound. Avocados, just 67 cents. Pork chops, just 99 cents. Hy-Vee potato chips, $1.48. Plus, get great deals on Frito-Lay products, Ritz crackers, Coke or Dasani 6-packs, and more. Save in-store and online, Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Jolivet Family Farms. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Get fresh and locally grown carrots, cucumbers, peppers, radishes, cabbage, cauliflower, potatoes, zucchini, dill, onions, tomatoes, blueberries, and our triple sweet corn. Find unique lawn, garden, and home decor, as well as fresh cut flowers and arrangements. Take home some cookies, breads, bars, and pies from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Okay, let's see. Headlines from News 8 Now? Check. Live updates all day? Check. Local breaking news? Yep. Weather every 10 minutes? Yes, please. Well, that was an easy choice. News 8 Plus. It puts the now in your day. Get it today.
It's our huge Labor Day sale at Slumberland, and no one sells Sealy for less. Starting as low as $299. Save up to $800 on select mattress sets. Plus, get 72-month financing on Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster. The Labor Day sale at Slumberland.
Here's a look at the map of the current fall foliage, courtesy of explorefall.com. A great site to keep updated on this across the country and see if you have any fall road trips. Right now we're only seeing color supposedly in the Rocky Mountains, but I have seen plenty of trees, especially the tops of trees, already showing some color, even like a little bit of a yellow tint
and
out
it's
there.
so great around here with the bluffs. I mean, they always just stand out so much.
You are in for a treat.
Yeah, I can't wait for that,
It looks
for
so nice in the
sure.
fall.
All right, thank you for joining us. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.